Am I the meanest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the prettiest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Pawn's drunk.
Well, who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
Who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
I can't hear you.
Pawn's drunk. AKA Mr. Moo won't shine himself.
Of Harlem.
You already know this is Punch Roll Boxer, a.k.a. Mr. Moo Shine himself, a.k.a. el adobo, el sazón, el borracho, el pastor de boxeo. Mi gente, how you doing, everybody? How you doing, everybody? Little late today, you know. Usually we go at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, you feel me? But, you know what I'm saying, it's a little Sunday. Mr. Moonshine was taking in too many of that alcohol last night. Good event. What's good, Jackie? The building. What's good? Real Philip. What's good? Bill Clinton. You better stop cheating on Hillary Clinton. You better stop cheating on Hillary Clinton. He said David promised a KO and didn't deliver. He's a liar. Well, Bill Clinton is a liar. You said you're going to keep it faithful when you marry Hillary Clinton and you still cheated on her with Monica Lewinsky. Huh? Ladies and gentlemen, what's good, Rob? What's good, Rubsky? What's good, my brother? Damn. We had a good event. Yesterday. Shout out to Ramos. Shout out to Chris Colbert. A lot of people we're going to be talking about that matchup. It's a robbery. No, lo robó. Es un robo. Chris Colbert said, man, he ain't going to get no rematch. Just to act like a little ass bitch. He ain't going to get no rematch. David Benavidez beating Kalen Plant. David Benavidez still undefeated. David Benavidez, the number one contender, the mandatory for Canelo Alvarez. David Benavidez, a.k.a. El Bandera Roja, a.k.a. the Mexican... The Mexican, the Ecuadorian, the Dominican, el manguco lo trae golpe, el platanero, el mofongo, the Dominican, no lo puedo decir yo, People say, no, he not Punch no more. What happened to your Dominican monster? What happened to El Cuco? What happened to El Cuco? Huh? What happened? He looking like Monster Inc. out there. He ain't no real monster. He looking like Elwin Cookie Monster out there from Sesame Street. He ain't no real monster. He ain't no scaring people off. Oh, man. We're going to be talking about that. I think the people's over-exaggerating the criticism out there, man. We get a little zippity zip. You know what I'm saying? Watch the, you know what I'm saying? I still smell like tequila. Smash the like button on your way in. A good event, and all you hear is a bunch of criticism. A good event, shout out to Showtime. Shout out to Al Heyman, a.k.a. Al Hamon. Shout out to TGB, Tom Brown, PBC, Tim Smith, Steven Espinoza. Huh? He no cooking no more, Robbie. He no cooking. He's no cookie monster no more. No cuco. He's not the cuco. You remember when you used to tell the kid, your kids and stuff like that, mira, cuéntate, pórtate bien, que el cuco te va a comer cuando tú estás durmiendo. Hey, pórtate bien, el cuco te va, que el cuco. He said no one is the monster. Real monster was Tice. General in the building was good, man. Good performance by David Benavidez. Good event by Showtime. And all I hear and read, I gave it space today, right? Your boy, Mr. Moonshine, ain't come with videos after videos. I wanted to read. I wanted to sense the energy, but always in the sport of boxing. Every time where there's something good, some people have to complain because I told y'all for how many times for the people that been finding with your boy, Mr. Moonshine, how many times I told y'all that the boxing fans be acting like bitter baby mamas in family court? How many times I got to tell you that? How many times that you can't even satisfy the boxing fans? And we call, look. The hardcore boxing fans, quote unquote, the hardcore boxing fans is always the one to discredit, always the one to devalue, always the one to disrespect. This guy, David Benavidez, beat Caleb Plant, an elite fighter in the division. Now there's gonna be people like, well, Caleb Plant was not elite. I mean, the only guy he beat was Anthony Darrell, and Anthony Darrell was old. And then that's the only opponent that David Benavidez beat. And who's Anthony Darrell? So are they really guys elite, or are we just trying to hype him up? Every time we do it. Every time a boxing, we have something that's gonna look special, something that's gonna be great, that got the potential to be great. We be the first one to knock it, because collectively, generally speaking, the boxing fans son pelagato. The boxing fans, I'm not talking about everybody, but I'm just saying in general, when you hear all these hate, and it comes from also channels that you respect, and they have the IQ of boxing, y no tienen nada. The only thing que ellos tienen IQ es un bicho entrando en la nalga de ellos. Eso es lo que es. That's the only IQ they have in life. Oh, David Benavidez is not a monster. David Benavidez not a monster. Caleb Plant humanized David Benavidez. Now, you know what? I'm going to say something that a lot of people have not said. I'm going to say something that I haven't even heard or read. Yeah, get ready. Did David make a statement punch? I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Guido in the building. What's good, my brother? What's good? Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to make my own statement. General, I'm going to make my own statement. David Benavidez, a.k.a. El Bandera Roja, a.k.a. the Mexican Monster, a.k.a. the Ecuadorian Monster, a.k.a. El Dominicano Monster, that came out in the way, and you saw him with Toño Rosario. He came with the song with Toño Rosario. Kulikita kati, boom, kulikita kata, kulikita kati, boom, kulikita kata, tabaralidi, da. Hey, yo, but they remember we need you with the Dominican flag, all right? I don't like you snubbing us like that. I like that you came with the reggae song on the way in, but gotta do more often. But anyway, my statement is that David Benavidez's performance last night makes him more of a monster. Oh, yeah. Mr. Moonshine said it. Oh, yeah. And the tequila ain't talking. That was yesterday. David Benavidez is more of a monster. Ya te está pasando, Punch. Tú estás bebiendo mucho. Y ahora tú le estás dando patá también si tú estás diciendo eso. Yes. David Benavidez, after last night, is more of a monster. Oh, yeah. I don't hear nobody saying that. Yeah, he beat Kenny Bayless. Ese pelagato, Kenny Bayless, retire already. Retire, my friend. The thing with Kenny Bayless is that Kenny Bayless been doing a bunch of Floyd Mayweather exhibition, and he got used to doing Floyd Mayweather exhibition to the point that when he was doing this fight, he wanted things to be safe. Every time that David Benavidez was going to go for the kill and put a hurt on Caleb Plant, here come Kenny Bayless like, break it up. Remember, this is for charity. Cállate la maldita boca, Kenny Bayless. This is a real fight. You so used to the fucking exhibition that you can't even see nobody getting hurt. Kenny Bayless, vete para la mierda, oíste, maldito viejo, cocolo feo. Vete de aquí, retire, motherfucker. Get your foreman king, get the fuck out of here. Oye, ese tipo me tenía quillado. Kenny Bayless me tenía quillado ayer. If you ain't catch the live show, ese tipo me tenía hasta aquí. Crazy Kenny Bayless. Ya, maldito viejo, sucio. He playing. Nah. Every time that David Benavidez almost got in the groove, here comes Kenny Bayless. He's like this, every time he puts some combinations, Kenny Bayless. And look, even when they clinch, there was free hands. Some of the clinches were free hands where Kenny Bayless even, hey, break it up. Cállate la maldita boca. This is not about you, Kenny Bayless. Isn't these guys isn't he a Hall of Fame referee already? When you retire, you don't work. I know if they put me in a Hall of Fame, that means you got to retire. Like, there's no retired active boxers, right? Why should be I'm saying a Hall of Fame active fighter, right? It's not a like Nonito on there. He's a future Hall of Famer. Canelo Alvarez is a future Hall of Famer, but they're not in the Hall of Fame yet because they haven't retired. Kenny Bayless, you in the Hall of Fame? Retire, my friend, and get the hell out of here. Come on, we gotta be. There's more refs. There's more refs for that. But I'm gonna go back to my statement. I want you to listen up quick because I see a lot of haters. Unfortunately, it comes. I'm gonna tell you in this community where the hate comes from. And listen to me clearly, because I know y'all be flip-flopping, going around all these channels and stuff like that. But let me tell you where the hate comes from. Listen to me. So because I want you, when you go to these channels, when you go to these people, when you go to these accounts, and when they're preaching what they preach, la mierda que ellos están diciendo de la boca de ellos. This is the haters right now. Certain people, there's a community that don't really hate David Benavidez, right? They don't really want to devalue him. But they go at him because they hate PBC. They go at him because they hate Al Heyman. You know what I'm saying? Remember, there's a community out here that hates PBC. Now, another community that doesn't like David Benavidez is the Canelo Alvarez fanboys. I'm not talking about the Canelo Alvarez fan. I'm a Canelo Alvarez fan too. I'm talking about the Canelo Alvarez toxic fanboys, not the Canelo Alvarez conservative fans that know boxing and keep it straight down the middle. They're not trying to protect Canelo Alvarez because we feel that Canelo Alvarez is an all-time great. So we don't protect Canelo Alvarez. If you tell me, yo, who Canelo Alvarez fight him, Canelo Alvarez will fight anybody. Que esos tipos matatán. But the fanboys are the type to say they don't deserve to, like bougie fan. No. Como son el novio de Canelo Alvarez. No, Canelo Alvarez, he doesn't deserve. He doesn't deserve to fight Canelo Alvarez. No, he needs to fight him first. And him before they get to Canelo Alvarez. Because they want payday and payday. No, ese es mi Canelo. Eso es mío. Eso antique. You know what I'm saying? That's the Canelo Alvarez fanboy. So you got David Benavidez that's getting hated right now. I hear the dumbest ish, bro. I'm going to say a couple of things that I heard. I heard that David Benavidez should fight David Morrell. That after this performance, it doesn't look like he stand a chance versus Canelo Alvarez. So he should get another fight in, right? He should get another fight in a David Morrell. Or maybe he should fight Jamal Charlo. Or maybe Demetrius Andre and stuff like that. Nah, this David Benavidez has no chance of being Canelo Alvarez. Nah, I don't think he hasn't done anything yet. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Canelo Alvarez knocked out Caleb Plant. David Benavidez didn't do something special. Let him fight somebody else. I've heard this. I've read this today. So you telling me, and the same people says that David Benavidez have not earned a shot of Canelo Alvarez is the same people that's vouching for John Ryder, that he put himself in position and deserve a Canelo Alvarez at the same time. These are the same lunatics in this community that will say that David Benavidez, after the Caleb Plant, he didn't look like a monster. He got no shot versus Canelo Alvarez. He should fight David Morrell. He should fight one more fight before fighting Canelo Alvarez. But John Ryder, El Pelagato, he gets the chance to fight Canelo Alvarez for undisputed. He gets an opportunity. He has an opportunity to become undisputed. John Ryder, ¿verdad? But the same people in this community would justify that John Ryder is the soul, is the number one, is the priority. He deserved Canelo. I mean, he put himself in position. I mean, he beat Parker. He beat Parker. I ain't hear nobody in this community when Parker became mandatory 2 years ago that Zach Parker deserved Canelo Alvarez. Nobody ever said that Parker deserved Canelo Alvarez. And Zach Parker been in position in that division for 2 years. 2 years. Let's not forget. But nobody want to talk about that because you know what? They was using John Ryder, Zach Parker as narrative to shame whichever fighter you want to shame. They use it. Never in this community anybody mentioned Zach Parker to fight Canelo Alvarez. Am I right or wrong? Nobody in this community ever said Canelo Alvarez should fight his mandatory in the WBO, Zach Parker, who became mandatory 2 years ago. Am I right or wrong? O mentira? If I'm lying, I'm flying. Another thing that I'm hearing, right? David Benavidez is not a monster anymore. And I made my statement. David Benavidez is more of a monster. The contradiction, and look at the contradiction. I want y'all to listen up real quick. Y'all may think I'm crazy and stuff like that, but we all, hardcore boxing fans, people in the community, have heard this contradiction time and time again. Well, we want to see a knockout artist, and look, and I'm gonna pause, and I'm gonna let y'all answer. When we see a knockout artist knock out an opponent time after time after time again, what do we say about that knockout artist that we want to see next? Let's keep it real. In this community, and I'm going to flip it around too. I'm going to flip it around. When we see a boxer just outpointing guys, outboxing guys, what do we want to see next for that boxer that we say got no power, he only outboxes his opponent? You want to see what from that fighter? Come on, we're boxing fans. When Mike Tyson was knocking people out, what was the critique? What do we want to see? I'm put it this way. Let's add Edgar Berlanga. Edgar Berlanga was knocking everybody out. What did people wanted to see from Edgar Berlanga before you make an assessment of Edgar Berlanga? What do you want to see from knockout artists when they knocking people time after time after time after time again? What the world of boxing, so you can make your full assessment of that fighter. What do most of the boxing fans and analysts say about a knockout artist? What do we want to see about a knockout artist? Come on. I'm gonna give it a minute. Let's see. Before I tell y'all, I'm gonna give it a minute. What do we want to see? What do we ask? He punished that man for 12 rounds. Charles in the building. What's good, my brother Charles in the building? If they can go, thank you, Philip. Thank you, Philip. Let me put that up. Huh? Us, the boxing fans, when we see somebody knocking out a fighter, knocking this one and this one and this one, we say at a certain point, let's see how he does it when he goes to distance. Let's see his stamina. Let's see if he goes to adversity and needs to overcome. Let's see if he can make an adjustment. Love you too, my brother. You already know, baby. Huh? Don't we say that? Come on. Let's be real. What Philip is saying, every time we see a knockout artist knocking out this guy after this person, after this person, after this person, at a certain point, we say, let's see if they could go the distance. Let's see how good they are. Let's see how they are if they push to that limit. Let's see their stamina. The same thing they did with Mike Tyson. The same thing they said about George Foreman. The same thing they said about David Benavidez. The same thing they said about every knockout artist there is, whether they was elite, whether it was coming up. You wanted to see how they do when they go to distance. So I'm gonna say it like this: what's more scarier? A fighter that could just outbox you, or a fighter that could just go for the knockout, and if you don't go for the knockout, he got nothing else. He only got a puncher's chance, right? Remember, sometimes we call knockout artists, they got a puncher's chance when they meet a superior boxer or an elite fighter, whatever, right? But isn't it more scarier a knockout artist that could also outbox the supreme boxer? What's more of a monster? The superior boxer that can't knock out nobody, a knockout artist that can't outbox nobody, or a knockout artist that could also outbox a superior elite boxer? What's more of a monster? If you are a study, now think about this, folks, because we're the hardcore boxing fan right here, right? This is what we call this community. We're a hardcore boxing fan. Now picture you now being the trainer to need to come up with a plan for your opponent, for your fighter to fight David Benavidez. Damn, David Benavidez beat a guy with legs. David Benavidez outboxed the boxer. David Benavidez also hurt the boxer. David Benavidez also be knocking people out. So now what David Benavidez have shown you now, and this will make him more of a monster because he was not pity-patting his shot. David Benavidez showed you that he got stamina, something you didn't know before. That David Benavidez could close the gap on a guy with great legs, a slip boxer, right? He could take punches, right? So what makes him more dangerous? David Benavidez is more of a monster now than before the Caleb Plant fight. The reason why you don't want to see it that way, is because you're gauging David Benavidez' performance to Canelo Alvarez' performance. And since Canelo Alvarez stopped Caleb Plant, anything less than that coming from David Benavidez, he's not going to get the benefit of the doubt. In which I said, leading up to the fight, I said if David Benavidez does not stop Caleb Plant, it's going to look good. It's going to look bad on David Benavidez, because I said this prediction is not going to be if he wins. I know he's going to win, but it's how he wins and how he loses. And the way that people critiquing David Benavidez now and not calling him a monster is because the way that he won. He didn't win the way that Canelo Alvarez won. That's why you downplaying him. But if you really look at it and just pay attention to David Benavidez without Canelo Alvarez and look at his performance, and what you haven't seen before from David Benavidez is now he could outbox the boxer. He could trap the guy without good movement. He got good defense. He barely got touched in the fight. For 12 rounds. And you know that he got the power and can knock people out. He's become a more complete fighter. So a more complete fighter becomes more of a dangerous fighter. What makes him, if he was a monster then, he's more of a monster now. Yo, Calvin Effect in the building. One of the members of Contradictions. Canelo only beats David in golf. See, because in boxing, and I said this is a myth, they say you're just as good as your last performance, right? You're just as good as your last performance. Really. The same thing they said about Gervonta Tank Davis. Look, the same thing they said about Gervonta Tank Davis in the Leo Santa, and not the Leo Santa Cruz, I'm talking the Pitbull Cruz fight. Oh, he ain't knock out Pitbull Cruz. But do you know what you saw from Gervonta Tank Davis, whether you like it or not? He showed you ring generalship. He showed you that he could outbox this pressure fighter. He could still outbox this pressure fighter with one hand on the back foot. And that's when you saw, wait, if you ain't no Gervonta Tank Davis then, now you'd be like, oh, he does got footwork. Oh, he's just not a guy that goes for the knockout. Oh, if you pressure Gervonta Tank Davis, oh, he's actually pretty good on the back foot. And he can actually, he could also box. Oh, so damn, he's just not this guy that's going to stay in front of you that's going to fight this Mexican style. He's actually going to be a guy that could outbox me as well. Oh, wow. What happened to the fight with him and Rolly? See, you see the progression? Did you see the progression, right? Pitbull Cruz. Oh, my God. The first person to have Gervonta Tank Davis on the back foot. Oh, but Gervonta Tank Davis had good footwork on the back foot. How the hell did Rolly get knocked out? Oh, wow. A check left hook. Oh, off the ropes. Ooh. Doesn't that make him more of a dangerous fighter that he's showing you wrinkles, new wrinkles? A more complete fighter is a more dangerous fighter. A more complete fighter is a more dangerous fighter, bro. That's what y'all don't see because y'all so focused in the fight and y'all just, when y'all looking at David Benavidez and Caleb Plant, y'all thinking about Canelo Alvarez instead of just looking at his progression. and looking how he's going to adjust versus a fighter that he never fought, a style that he never fought, a mover that he never fought. He passed every test versus Caleb Plant. You think, oh, he's not a monster. But if Canelo Alvarez is smart, like we know he's smart, he's looking at David Benavidez like, okay, he got a gas tank. Matter of fact, he got a pretty good gas tank. His gas tank is probably looking better than my gas tank in the last 2 fights. Think about it, folks. What's Canelo Alvarez's weakness right now? What is Canelo Alvarez's weakness in his last 2 fights? Whether he won versus Triple G and whether he lost to Dimitri Bivol, what was Canelo Alvarez's weakness that we're seeing a progression? He used to have that weakness. He fixed that weakness up. What is Canelo Alvarez's weakness right now? Stamina. Guess what you learned about David Benavidez yesterday? He got stamina. Ooh. See, I don't know. Maybe it's me or I look at fights a whole different way. I look at fighters a whole different way. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all looking at the results and that's it, running off and stuff like that. Exactly. Gas tank. What's hindering Canelo Alvarez right now? Especially now. Him getting tired after the 3rd or 4th round. Him saying that he's already getting tired in the Bivol fight. Him getting tired in the Triple G fight after the 6th, 7th round. Oh, there's a guy that is David Benavidez now that got power. Oh, and also have stamina. I just learned, if I'm Canelo Alvarez, I just learned, damn, this dude got stamina now. That shit is hurting me. I gotta go now and work on my stamina if I'm going to face him. Oh, you know what else? He's only 26 years old. He could only get better from that performance. I can't outage David Benavidez. See, that's the thing about David Benavidez right now. You can't, he's the youngest one. So you can't outage him. Canelo can't outage him. Charlo can't outage him. Demetrius can't outage David Benavidez. 26 years old. I'm gonna tell you like this: in boxing, you're heading to your prime. David Benavidez is not even in his prime yet. In the sport of boxing, prime, where your intellect and physical ability coexist at the highest level, is the 27, 32, 33. When your physical ability and your intellect coexist at the highest level. In the pros, that's your prime years. When you're young, you got all this power. You got all Rapstar Boxing Knowledge, the voice of the UK, London. What's good, bro? Huh? Shout out to my brother, Rapstar Boxing Knowledge. David Benavidez is 26 years old right now. See, this makes him more of a monster. And it's not like David Benavidez didn't go out there trying to just outbox him. He was trying to hurt him, but stupid Bayless. Every time when he was he was about to get in a groove, when he put on a hurt, when he hit him with a left hook, hit him to the body or collected with a left hook, here comes Kenny Bayless to try to stop the onslaught. What's good? What's good? He said, yo, Savage in the building with a super chat. Ike, con los 5 pesos. Said Canelo killed Caleb with 1 shot. Kill, no pain. Benavidez tortured Caleb. That's what monsters do. They inflict pain before the kill. See, Canelo Alvarez is a monster and David Benavidez is a monster. 2 different monsters. You got Elmo and you got Cookie Monster. They're both monsters. You ever seen Monster Inc? A bunch of monsters, you know? You know? I'm going to say right here, you can take it wherever you want to take it. Punch Drum Boxing saying David Benavidez is more of a monster today than he was before the Caleb Plant fight. And any fighter is looking at that and says, damn, he's just not a knockout artist. Fuck. Now I got to look at this guy outboxing me and hurting me at the same time. What made remember Manny Pacquiao? Manny Pacquiao Joe was going for the knockouts. Manny Pacquiao learned at the age of 30 how to throw a good jab. That's when he learned how to throw a jab. Age 30. Manny Pacquiao started establishing the jab. Isn't that scary? Maybe it's not scary for the fans and the eyes. But for another fighter and that team, why you think people be like, oh, I don't want to fight this other fighter, or this is a bad matchup, this slick fighter, awkward fighter? David Benavidez is already the tallest guy in the 168. You know what I'm saying? He's proved to y'all. He also, you know what he proved to y'all? David Benavidez also proved to y'all he ain't look drained. Oh, he made that comfortably. See, you're not watching David Benavidez' progression. You're only looking at it. David Benavidez' body looked tighter and ripped more than ever. And that was not drained. I told the people that was not drained. In any panel that I went to, any panel, I spoke to the people, my brother Rapstar Boxing Knowledge in his panel, in his channel, and people were saying, he looked drained, he looked drained. I know what drained looks like. I be around fighters. I know how they cut. I've been there when they cut. I've been there when they half dead. When your eyes is all synced in and your eyes looking like this, and you look like Pookie and stuff like that at the same time, and you all dried up and stuff like that, and you stress and you need something to drink, and you ain't eat nothing for 3 days, and your bone dry. David Benavidez was happy. David Benavidez' eyes was not synced in. David Benavidez had a pre-camp. David Benavidez was in the gym. David Benavidez was working on himself, working on his body. I'm telling y'all got to, and this is what boxing fans used to know about fighters, because boxing used to be covered a different way. We used to know the journey of fighters. Guts in the building. Guts in the building said, yo, the IBFP has disappointed so much. He claims to be unbiased, but he gets like a jealous husband every time Canelo is mentioned or Benavidez gets praised. Hey, yo, man, I'm going to tell you like this. Shout out to all the boxing content creators. Shout out to IBFP. They're going to do their thing. They're going to do whatever they're going to do, whether they feel is their perspective, or they want to hustle the people, or whatever it is, or they have their niche, and people are going to do what it do. That's why it takes smart boxing fans to identify the truth, identify who's spinning narrative, identify who's being real, identify who's being real to preserve the sport of boxing, the modern day warriors, modern day gladiators. There is nothing negative you could take away from David Benavidez' performance versus Caleb Plant, because it was supposed to be David Benavidez knocking out the boxer. It was never David Benavidez outboxing Caleb Plant. That was never the analysis of how people cover the sport or cover this fight. The prediction is that David Benavidez knocks out and torture Caleb Plant. It was never that David Benavidez was going to outbox the superior boxer and the mover at the same time with the Philly shell, Caleb Plant. What he showed you now is that he is a boxer puncher, not just a puncher, not a guy that comes forward and just want to kill you without being defensively sound. David Benavidez defense was tight. He didn't square up too much when he throws that right, when he shoots the right hand. He went to the body, right? Even when Kenny Bayless was there, still trying to be in the middle of stuff. Good looking out, Guts. I appreciate you, my brother. You know how it is, man. There's some. Hey, yo, that's why I mean I keep it unbiased, logically, and objectively. I don't need to protect any fighter. I don't need to protect Canelo. My favorite fighter, I want them to fight the best. Canelo Alvarez, I want him to fight David Benavidez. I want him to fight Charlo, Demetrius Andrade. Go get back with Bivol. I'm not a fan of the Ryder. You know why I want to see Canelo Alvarez with the best? Because I believe in Canelo Alvarez that he is the best and he is an all-time great. I don't have to protect Canelo Alvarez. I want my favorite. Everybody knows Teofimo Lopez, my guy. Guess who I want him to fight? Josh Taylor. Guess who? If the Josh Taylor fight is not made, I'm saying I want Tio to fight Regis Prograis. I'm look, with my favorite fighter, I'm saying fights which he is the underdog. See, if I was protecting Tio, I'd be like, Yeah, go fight Barbosa. No, Teofimo Lopez needs to insert himself in the 140-pound, you know what I'm saying? Let him take another few fights. There should be no rush. Let him take more fights there, you know. There's more fights. Maybe Montana Love, you know. No. I don't protect my fighters. Not my favorite fighter. Not like these little fanboys that be like, no, Canelo Alvarez should not fight David Benavidez because he has not proven enough. He needs to fight. There needs to be a mini tournament and stuff like that. And whoever is from that tournament gets Canelo Alvarez. But John Ryder could get Canelo Alvarez. And the same fanboys want to tell you, oh no, John Ryder, he earned his position. No, Punch. He earned. Wasn't that like a week or 2 weeks ago that the same fan base? I shared the same fan base. I just can't be next to them no more. Just like I can't be next to the Deontay Wilder fanboys. I'm a Deontay Wilder fan, but you already know what happened to the Deontay Wilder fanboys. You know what happened to them. They all in Bellevue Hospital right now. He's no longer the Canelo will knock him out. Stop playing around. David Benavidez is more of a monster now than he was before the Caleb Plant fight. And Canelo Alvarez is going to identify that. And Eddie Reynoso, when studying David Benavidez, when they do sign to fight, is going to have more of studying to do because now David Benavidez showed you a new wrinkle to his game. He's not this. Didn't look like a skinny fat kid. You know what I'm saying? You remember when Triple H used to call CM Punk like that? You skinny fat, whatever. Like, you know, and David Benavidez used to have a little chichos right here. You know what I'm saying? Still, you know that no. See, matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you like this: Canelo Alvarez maybe should have fought David Benavidez before he started getting devoted to the game. See, David Benavidez is now devoted to the game. Not only devoted to the game, now he's a family man. Now he's not going out there in the club and drinking, nothing like that. Oh, he's serious now. He's not only a serious boxer, he's a serious person, serious father. You know what I'm saying? And now he's devoted. Now he's responsible, and he's 26 years old. Ay, Dios mío. You don't understand what y'all watching right now. Now it's harder to study David Benavidez now. Because now with David Benavidez, you can't say, look, even I disagree. I disagree when people be like, oh, Canelo Alvarez was scared to fight the slick black fighters, the slick fighters. No, he already beat Caleb Plant. He already beat Daniel Jacobs. Those are narratives. That I don't agree with those stupid ass narratives that I go out there and debunk those narratives, right? But you can't say that David Benavidez can't be the slick fighter. What you gonna say? What they gonna say? You know what I heard too? Well, let David Benavidez fight Bivol. No, let David Benavidez fight Canelo. Canelo didn't beat Bivol. Let David Benavidez, let Canelo Alvarez fight David Benavidez and stop with this hurdle jumping, putting banana peels on the floor. Make you managers quit it already. The best fight for Canelo Alvarez, the best marquee name for Canelo Alvarez, that fight yesterday was sold out, pay-per-view. Everybody in boxing was talking about it. I don't want to hear you say, David Benavidez need to fight somewhere else. No, maybe David Benavidez and David Morrell. No, I think he needs to. No. Oíste. Canelo Alvarez better go fight David Benavidez after John Ryder. That's it. There's no big the marquee lucrative fight. Not lucrative. Everything's going to be lucrative for Canelo Alvarez. But the mega fight, I'm not talking about mega event. The mega fight that Canelo Alvarez have left is the Mexican monster David Benavidez. But ustedes dejan la pendeja. You channel, stop it. Stop with your fake ass narrative because you just want to go after the other channels that be going at Canelo. Stop it, man. Stop. Y'all being weak out there. Canelo Alvarez don't need all protection. Canelo Alvarez will fight anybody, anytime, any place. Of course, I didn't like when he said that he didn't want to fight Mexican fighters. I didn't like that because for me, that's saying that you won't give Mexican, your own countrymen an opportunity. That's why I didn't agree with Canelo Alvarez that he said he didn't fight Mexican fighter, because you wouldn't give your countrymen, and you know your countrymen more than anything. You know that how y'all was raised, how y'all was built, the life that you have to overcome. So you to say that you don't want to fight other Mexican fighter, you saying that you don't want to give your people an opportunity, but you giving John Ryder a fucking opportunity. You giving all these people opportunity. Okay, they good. How you gonna let? He said David is the cookie monster. I'm saying, yeah. Yeah, what is it? Y'all was waiting to say that? It's like people look at fights waiting for a downfall. I'm gonna say it like this. I know why some of the people watch boxing. You want your bragging rights. That's what it is. You want to say you don't want to see. You know what it is? There's some fake boxing fans here. They don't want to see Canelo Alvarez give David Benavidez an opportunity. Those are scared boxing fans. Those are scared Canelo Alvarez fans. You don't want to see him get an opportunity. Oh, he's the cookie monster. Oh, he's scared. Oh, he's not this guy. So all right. So okay, no, then Canelo Alvarez got less things to fear. Y'all gonna make it worse. If you're gonna call him Cookie Monster, y'all gonna make it worse. Who's John Ryder? Huh? Who's John Ryder? A cockroach? Who's John Ryder? An ant? Huh? Who's John Ryder? You gonna make it worse. Y'all gonna make it worse. But look, it's funny. The same people will diss David Benavidez and will praise John Ryder. I want to see the same. Hey, yo, what you think about you, Hawk? What you think about John Ryder? What do you think about John Ryder? If David Benavidez is the cookie monster, what's John Ryder? See, they can't afford, and certain channels that like to spin that narrative, they can't afford to shit on John Ryder, because shitting on John Ryder would be shitting on Canelo Alvarez pick. And I already debunked that narrative that, oh, Canelo Alvarez is fighting his mandatory. He's never been mandated. The WBO never mandated Canelo Alvarez. right, Jackie? They're going to say, now he's mandatory. Yeah, the WBO never mandated Canelo Alvarez to fight John Ryder. This is a voluntary bout. He has surgeries. They're giving Canelo Alvarez a voluntary bout. He picked him. Canelo Alvarez picked John Ryder. And Canelo Alvarez is smart. He picked John Ryder because John Ryder on Pelagato is going to stay in front of him. The guy that was losing. Matter of fact, he was losing to Zach Parker 3 out of the 4th round. So he could look great in front of the Mexican people. Cool. But don't come over here and vouch for John Ryder. ¿Quién carajo es John Ryder? John Ryder un pelagato. Ese John Ryder. No, but Punch. No. But he beat Daniel Jacob. You ain't even see the fight with him and Daniel Jacob. Put it that way. None of y'all motherfuckers out here doing a live show. John Ryder versus Daniel Jacob. John Ryder, oh my God. Yo, Punch, you gonna see the fight? Yo, Punch, you gonna see the fight? Ain't nobody even went live with Daniel Jacob versus John Ryder. MFB in the building. What's good, baby? He said Canelo never had a shit about fighting mandatories before. Never had shit. Yeah. Zach Parker was the mandatory. Ain't nobody was saying Zach Parker. Oh my God. Canelo need to give Zach Parker a chance. He need to give Zach Parker a chance. He's been there for 2 years. Come on, y'all, man. Stop babysitting. Canelo Alvarez is too great. He don't need to be babysitted by these lunatic fanboys. They shit on David Benavidez, but praise John Ryder. That's what I mean. That these boxing fans, these boxing hosts, these channels, they so dumb. They so dumb. And then there's some fan that eat it up. Yeah. But yeah, true. Yeah, David Benavidez is not a monster. David Benavidez is not a monster. At least Canelo Alvarez stopped Caleb Plant. Fuck David Benavidez. He's not dangerous. He's not a monster. The same thing they wanted to do with Edgar Berlanga. Time out. Isn't Naoya Inoue the monster too? The Inoue went a whole 12 with the guy that was supposed to be what they were saying, that it was washed up, and they were saying that he should retire. He went a whole 12 with Nonito Donet. And then what he did after, knocked out Jason Maloney. And then what he did after that, knocked him out, knocked out Nonito Donet. So is Inoue a monster? You know what Inoue showed y'all? Even in the first fight with Nonito Donet, you know what he showed y'all? That he could take a punch. That some people that had a crack over the bone usually take a knee. Kell Brook, Daniel Dubois. Oh, some people, some ref will stop the fight. Ugas. Damn. So Inoue could fight with a crack over the bone. Damn. That means he could sustain injury. Damn. That means he could go a whole 12. Damn. Did Inoue got better or worse? Did Inoue got better or did he get worse? Who now Inoue was ready to go fight? Stephen Fulton. Oh, you was calling him a monster, right? He's still a monster, even if he go a whole 12. Come on, y'all. Come on. I bet it happened to Canelo Alvarez. It happens to everybody. It happens to everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's right. Should have been stopped last night. Caleb Plant gave up years of his career by finishing the fight. And we got to give credit to Caden Plant. We got to give credit to Caden Plant. Look. Even Caden Plant got better. Give credit to Caden Plant that after he got stopped by Canelo Alvarez, he came right back in his next fight, knocked out Anthony Durrell, and then went a whole 12 with David Benavidez. He didn't get demoralized, so he still got a career. He's still good. This is at this level. It should be. It should be an ultimate physical chess, ultimate physical chess match. This is not you. Don't degrade David Benavidez because he ain't knocked out Caleb Plant. Let's not forget that Manny Pacquiao was demoralizing every fighter that Floyd Mayweather was beating and outboxing leading up to their fight. And that's what a lot of people felt. Oh man, Manny Pacquiao's going to knock the ish out of Floyd. But look, and the whole argument. What was the whole argument, y'all? The whole argument was, oh, but look, Manny Pacquiao, look what he did to Shane. Look what Floyd did to Shane. Look what Manny Pacquiao did to Cotto. But look what Floyd went whole 12 with Cotto. But look what Manny Pacquiao did to this one. And Manny Pacquiao did to this one. And Manny Pacquiao went to this one. Then he fight Floyd Mayweather. And what happened to Manny Pacquiao? Where was the monster, Manny Pacquiao? He could have demoralized that guy, huh? So, mi gente, chill out. Tate quieto. Leonardo Rodriguez in the building with a super chat. Good looking out, my brother. He said, difference is Inoue isn't selling wolf tickets about 6-round stoppage. Inoue is humble punch. Leonardo, let's be honest. We don't even know what Inoue is saying because we don't understand Japanese. That's number one. Good looking out with the super chat. I don't see. I'm a different type of fan. There's certain fans that want fighters to be humble. I like this fighter because he's humble. And yo, this sport is already a humbling sport. Leonardo, you know who's supposed to be humble? The fans, because the fans don't have the balls and the heart to do what they do for a living. We always want fighters to be humble. No, my brother. Deja que ellos hablan mierda, because at the end of the day, they are the one that's going to try to prove what they say. Let them talk. They already put in the work. This is the fight game. I'm like, I think like Angel Garcia when he said, hey, yo, I don't like this guy. I don't like the guy across across the ring that's going to be fighting my son. You got to understand that man across the ring is trying to kill my son. I like Manny Pacquiao's humbleness, but I also like a Jamel Charlo trash talk. I like Oscar De La Hoya humbleness, but I do like Ricardo Mayorga's trash talk. I like it. I like Mike Tyson's trash talk. I like it. I like that boxing is a buffet. It gives you all these ingredients. Chris Colbert would talk shit. He may back it. He may not back it up. Mikey Garcia never talked shit. Adrian Broner talk shit. Tio talk shit. His father talk shit. Devin Haney don't really talk shit. His father talk shit. It's just a beautiful. I don't need people to be humble. The fighters themselves understand. They understand that this game is humble. They're already humble. They signed their life away. They that's it. They're already humble. They just got to talk and sell the fight. You know what I like better, Leonardo Rodriguez? You know what I like better? After the fight. That's when you see the humbleness. And did we see the humbleness of Caleb Plant and David Benavidez? Yes, that's when I want to see the humbleness. But before that, I don't care if they want to kill each other before the fight. But after the fight, that's boxing. That's the way people should carry themselves. After the war, we're still alive. We're going back to our families. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their health intact, you know? Boom. They shake hands. Boom. Good. Manu, we won the war. Boom. Caleb Plant is shaking hands with Jose Benavidez. His dad said, I'll invite him to dinner. That's humbleness. That's boxing. When the battle is finished, they understand. They are humble. How many times we hear Floyd Mayweather used to talk shit, and then after the fight, how he greets his opponent? Same shit. Man, Floyd Mayweather used to be one of the best trash talkers. But you know what? He will hug his competitor. He will give him a hand, blah, blah, shake hands. He did it with Manny Pacquiao, did it with Cotto, did it with every opponent. Every opponent. That's when humbleness is cool. You feel me? Good looking out with a super chat, my brother Leonardo. Kings of the Commonwealth in the building. Kings of the Commonwealth. Kings of the Commonwealth. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. Brian Guzman in the building. Members of Punch Bum Box. If you want to become a member, you already know, man. Smash that link. Let the hawk turn him back into a human. But the hawk is still the hawk, right? The hawk is still a hawk, right? See, that's the thing about David Benavidez that we learn now. We can't ask these knockout artists that when they knocking everybody out, the first thing people want to say in boxing is, we want to see them go an extra round. We want to see them go the distance. We want to know their stamina. We want to see them get pushed to the limit. We want to know if you make an adjustment. Since after the first 4 rounds, did David Benavidez make the adjustments? Yes, he made the adjustments, right? People were saying that the fight was close in the beginning of the fight, right? So David Benavidez had to make some type of adjustment, right? So boom. So now you're saying David Benavidez know how to make an adjustment. David Benavidez landed more accurate jabs than the jabber, Caleb Plant. Am I right? So now what you're looking at David Benavidez has become a more complete fighter, which makes him a more dangerous fighter than what makes him still a monster. And the more he goes to another hard training camp versus an elite fighter, at the age of 26, he's going to become better. Just like Canelo Alvarez did, just like Floyd Mayweather had to adjust from pretty boy to Money Man. Even Oscar De La Hoya, remember Oscar De La Hoya, he needed to regain his jab back. You know what I'm saying? With Floyd Mayweather Sr., great fighter. Remember Cotto? Cotto was just guy coming forward. And then Cotto started outboxing his opponents as well. You guys, some of you guys are just like, oh, this is what he is. And you're missing the beauty of these fighters. You're missing the journey. You're missing the progression. He says, oh, Leonardo Rodriguez says, so let me ask this, Punch. You believe after the fight that David is bigger threat to Cartelo or less, or did your opinion stay the same? I think that David Benavidez, in my opinion, was always good looking out with a super champ, my brother. I believe that David Benavidez was always a threat to Canelo Alvarez because of his size, his combination punches, and things of that nature. I always had Canelo Alvarez beating David Benavidez. If I had to pick, I'll pick Canelo Alvarez to beat David Benavidez. Now, and even before. But now, I think that David Benavidez is more of a complete fighter than the fight before Caleb Plant, which makes it a little harder. So if I had a 60-40 Canelo Alvarez, I have a 55-45 Canelo Alvarez. But also, like I said in the beginning, Leonardo, what I learned from David Benavidez this fight is that he could be composed. His defense got tighter. He was working the jab. He didn't pressure. He didn't forcefully force himself. It was effective pressure. David Benavidez had effective pressure. He looked like a smarter fighter, a better defensive fighter, and his gas tank was highly impressive. And I'm looking at Canelo Alvarez. His skills is not diminishing. You know what's diminishing with Canelo Alvarez? His stamina. Canelo Alvarez also is staying more flat-footed than since remember he started moving around in the first Triple G fight. He'll go on the outside, he get inside and stuff like that. But now he's more flat-footed, like when he started. Maybe because he had bad knees. I don't know if he got some calcium, whatever, build up or whatever. He's not running like he used to. His stamina is not there. So now you're telling me that David Benavidez won't have to seek Canelo Alvarez. David Benavidez won't have to seek Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez is used to fighting guys taller. So in the end of the day, I don't think the Canelo Alvarez skills have diminished, but I think that his stamina has diminished him. And now I see that David Benavidez has become a more complete fighter. I got it 70-30 now. Good looking out, Leonardo. That's what you mean, Colbert talk, but maybe back it up. What you mean, Colbert talk, but maybe back it up. Shadow goes to the building. Hey, shout out to Chris Colbert, man. Shout out to Chris Colbert. He said, "What you mean, Colbert talk, but maybe maybe back it up." I said he backs it up. He backs it up, or maybe can back it up. And I'm saying that certain fighters could back it up, like he didn't back it up with Hector Luis Garcia. He backed it up with Rayo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like the trash talk. I like Chris Colbert as a personality. And I also like the humble personalities of Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? I like the Ricardo Mayorgas. I like everything. I like the buffet. I like all these different personalities. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if everybody was like Bivol, Triple G, Beterbiev, and everybody had that same type of how's it gonna sell a fight? You know? Good looking now, Shadow Ghost, man. Everybody subscribe to my brother Shadow Ghost. Good looking now, man. Appreciate you, brother. I think if you are a trainer, forget about you as a fan now. I think all of us right now know boxing enough that try to put yourself in now studying David Benavidez, your Canelo Alvarez trainer. Make believe that you're Eddie Reynoso. You signed up to fight David Benavidez. You don't think that you're studying your studies, your film work is harder than it would have been before the Caleb Plant fight? You don't think now that before certain things that you didn't know about David Benavidez, you know now you got to study? Let me see. Let me see if they got the punch stats. Hold on. Let me see if they got the punch stats. Let me see. Hold on. I usually do it when I go live, but let's see their punch stats. Let me see. David Benavidez can play. All right, let's see. Let's see the jab. Okay. David Benavidez out jabbed. Look at this. David Benavidez after the 7th round out jabbed Caleb Plant in the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. So now David Benavidez is out jabbing the boxer in Caleb Plant. You take that. That's what you got to take into consideration now, right? The accuracy in his jab. Let me see now power punches. No, I want to see body work. He landed more on the body work. He landed more than double the shots. Punches landed. Damn. Golly. David Benavidez. Punches landed and thrown. Golly. David Benavidez landed 13 punches in the 7th, 21 punches in the 8th, 17 punches in the 9th, 43 punches in the 10th, 36 punches in the 11th, 29 punches. Bro. See right here? What does this tell me? I'm going to put it right here. What this tells you. Hold on. Yeah. That David Benavidez was increasing his punches. The time that actually Canelo Alvarez starts winding down. David Benavidez was going like this. Normal, you go like this, the battle nutrition, and then that last round, you save for that little last round to keep it. David Benavidez landed 43 punches in the 10th round, 36 punches in the 11th, 29 punches in the 12th. This guy was going and doubling, tripling his land punches. Now let me go. Let's see Canelo Alvarez. Let's see Canelo Alvarez on Triple G, which Triple G was like a heavy bag. Let's be real, right? Okay. See, now we're talking the science of boxing right now. Canelo. All right. Let's see. Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez. Look, Canelo Alvarez versus Triple G. And all y'all know that in the third fight, Triple G was a punching bag, right? But peep this. Damn, that's why you got to study boxing like your boy Mr. Moonshine, man. That's what boxing is my life, right? In the 7th round, look, Canelo Alvarez, 5th round, 11 landed, 13 landed, 7th round, 11 landed, 8th round, 15, 9th, 11, 10 landed, 11 round, 11 landed, 12 round, 12 landed. So Canelo Alvarez, he stood there. Triple G started picking up after the 7th round. He landed 12 punches, 14 punches, 16 punches, 14 punches, 11 punches. Look, the bottom one is Triple G, and the top one is Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez, 11, 15, in the 9th round, 11, in the 10th round, 10, in the 11th round, 11, in the 12th round, 12. Look at Triple G. Triple G picked it up. You know why? Because Canelo Alvarez's stamina is winding down. Look at Triple G. This is 40-year-old Triple G. 12. Landed 12 punches. In the 9th round, 14 punches. In the 10th round, 16 punches. In the 11th round, 14. Triple G, and look at Triple G in the beginning. 3 punches, 10 punches, 7, 6, 9, 9. And then Triple G picked it up. Now, let's break down boxing now. See, I'm breaking down boxing. And copy box could be somebody else. But at the end of the day, we see what David Benavidez, and he's young. David Benavidez' stamina is skyrocketing. He's not getting tired. David Benavidez could have gone a whole another 10 rounds. David Benavidez, he's told y'all that he sparred over 205, 250 rounds. Every day he sparred more than 15 rounds, four different sparring partners. A lot of people said that he overtrained. Oh, he didn't look overtrained yesterday. Matter of fact, David Benavidez was just getting started in the championship rounds. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why we call ourselves hardcore. Let's be hardcores. Let's stop playing the mother effing gossip girls out here in this community. And let's study. Brian Guzman, Plant took a cut. He'll be out for a while. Yeah, I seen his cut in the forehead. Hopefully he gets back. And shout out to Coach Wade. Maybe we get Coach Wade, Caleb Plant, strength and conditioning coach and stuff like that. Remember, Caleb Plant is one of the best conditioned boxers out there. You know what I'm saying? Always ready, always in weight range. You never see him bloated. Always got a 8 pack. You know what I'm saying? Conservative, doesn't do a lot of wild stuff out the ring. Wifed up, family man. No tiene vicio. So now you got to analyze this like this. Yeah, Sebastian Rodriguez, 15 rounds. So David Benavidez podía pelear 15 rounds. Ahora, Sebastian Rodriguez, ahora dime esto ahora. ¿Tú crees que Canelo Álvarez pelea 15 rounds? Can anybody imagine Canelo Álvarez going 15 rounds? Hell no. Ese tipo se muere in the 14, 13 round. Fatality, mi hermano, fatality. Randy, espera la música de Randy, de República Dominicana, Randy. Sorry, la música. Hey. Randy. Hey. Coño, Randy, the Dominican Monster ganó ayer. Mira, they dicen ahora. ¿Qué vamos a hacer con esta gente? Randy. Let's go. Diablo, Randy, tú tienes tu música ya aquí, ya. Look it up, Randy. Oh, man. So now, let's break it down on boxing logically and objectively, right? Let's break it down on boxing logically and objectively. If you're training, you're Eddie Reynoso, you're training Canelo Alvarez, now you got to study David Benavidez. You don't think now that you found new wrinkles to David Benavidez' game that you got things to watch out? Now, did we ever talk about David Benavidez having a jab? Jackie said, "Are you going to call the Garcia Tank fight?" Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And this time we're going to have a Clase Azul and Don Julio, 1942. Don Julio. We're going to get there. We're going to get the big bottle and stuff like that. Don Julio. I'm still smelling like tequila. Tequila. Man, what a night it was yesterday, man. Hey, yo, you got made me I took 15 shots. 15 shots. And I'm like, yo, I remember when I went to South Beach years ago, and that's when I started drinking. Like, I started drinking late. You know what I'm saying? I was an athlete. I never drank. The first time I drank, you ain't gonna believe me, but first time I drank was at the age of 23 years old. 23 years old. I remember I went to South Beach, right? I was a newbie, a new drink. And I remember this girl from Indiana, right? And stuff like that. And she like, I want to take shots with you. And I'm like, God damn, shots. I never took shots. At that point, that summer, I remember I started off with nutcrackers, watermelon nutcrackers. Y'all already know from Wash Heights, 183rd, 86 in Audubon. You know what I'm saying? Had a good nutties and shit like that. Pause. Right? She said, let's take some shots. I said, damn, shots. But man, you know, when a woman say, come on, let's get a drink, let's get some drinks. And she bought tenía dinero esa tipa porque she bought eight, no, she said, let's go shot for shot until we quit, right? And the bar, I took 8 shots. 8 shots. You know what was my pants? My pants. Yo me quité los pantalones. My pants was that. Yo le quería. Y mira, me estaba sobando esa tipa. ¿Ah? Me estaba tocando ella a mí. ¿Ah? Y el bing bing. Tan, tarán. Entonces yo estaba así. ¿Ah? Mira, ella quería hacer el amor ahí mismito. Los otros estaban yo, oh shit, yo. And then the bouncers came, and her friend came with bouncers and said, look at them, look at them. And I remember Natalia, ese era el nombre de ella, Natalia. Can't forget that name. And she like, leave me the fuck alone, you're not my mother. She was from Venezuela. She was white in Venezuela. Not forget that night. Never forget that night. We went to the beach. We went to the beach and had good love. Ay, ay, ay. Sí, condón, sí, condón. Sí, lo dice, sí, condón. And I always said, man, I probably got a baby out there in Indiana. I say, yo tengo un muchacho allá en Indiana. Y yo lo pienso, esa vaina. That sometimes va a venir como un hillbilly kid. Y dice, hey, I want to talk to you, Dave. Dave, what the fuck is you talking? I want to let you know that you're my daddy. And I just want to make sure that I want to take a paternity test. First, I'll be like this. Who? My mother's Natalia. She told me that she met you in South Beach. Natalia de South Beach. Mira, yo siempre pienso de Natalia. De verdad. Que yo soy tu papá. Emma, is your mom single? Huh? Yeah, you know, my mom, I just moved out, you know, I finished college. I'm in college right now. And yeah. Huh. Oh, I'm heading to college. Oh. Your mother sing? How your mother look like? And then he'll show me the picture. Pero Natalia todavía se parece como Natalia de South Beach. I'm your daddy. Don't worry. I don't have to take paternity tests. I'm your daddy. Sí, yo soy tu papá. ¿Qué tú quieres? Un allowance. Okay, te doy, I'll send a cash app. Mira, si Natalia se parece como la Natalia en South Beach, mira, yo dejo la mía. Oh, shit. But anyway, man, so speaking about tequila, right? But that day, oh my God. Oh my God. And so, you know something about tequila? El huevo se queda parado. Yo no sé. El huevo se queda parado con tequila. Yo no sé. Well, rum? No, eso me mata a mí. Pero con tequila. ¡Tan, tarán! Trojan man. Jesus! La chancleta said Canelo is the real Mexican monster. He has stopped 2168. I mean, I said 2168. Mira, tequila. 268 champions. David nunca with the blueprint Canelo left, but Canelo versus David Benavidez, easy pay day. Oh, Jesús, así no. Así no. Así no, Jesús. Jesús, look at that with a super chat. Just because, look, remember how we broke down that Ecuela Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao was destroying everybody that Floyd Mayweather outboxed. Manny Pacquiao was destroying them. Y mira cómo esa pelea. Mira cómo esa pelea fue. All I'm saying is that because David Benavidez didn't knock out Caleb Plant, don't think that it's easy for Canelo. Just because Benavidez didn't knock out Caleb Plant That doesn't mean it. I'm gonna say, and Canelo was a small fighter. He's looking at that. He's not looking at it like we looking at it. He's not looking at it like, oh, he ain't stop killing Plant. Man, I stopped killing Plant. No, él lo está mirando different, my friend. Él lo está mirando como, diablo, ese tigre tiene stamina. Y ese tigre también throws a jab. And he goes to the body. He knows how to cut the ring off. Y si no era por Kenny Bayless, Caleb Plant would get stopped. Yo lo digo así. I'm not gonna hate. If it wasn't for Kenny Bayless, I believe the fight that was going every time, and especially in the later rounds, Caleb Plant would have been stopped. If Kenny Bayless did not get in the middle of several onslaughts, Caleb Plant would have got stopped, in my opinion. Así como yo lo mirando. Gracias, Jesus. I think it's going to be a tough fight. It's going to be a tough fight. Because before, the way I analyzed David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez, I said that Canelo Alvarez beats David. I still think that Canelo Alvarez edges David Benavidez. I still believe so. I don't think that Canelo Alvarez knocks out David Benavidez. No. Nope. I don't think he's that soft like Smith. I don't think he wanted a payday like Billy Joe Saunders. I don't think that David Benavidez is gonna go out that easy. Nah, man. I don't think that's an easy payday. I think that's a well-earned payday. That's a well-earned payday. Freddy, dímelo, mi hermano. Brian. ¿Qué dice Brian ahí? Bayless need to retire. Ese tigre feo needs to retire, bro. You know what I'm saying? Kenny is referee for hire. Nah. They sometimes you know who's the best ref? Willis. The funny guy. He always lets the fight go. And when you getting beat up, he lets it rock until you really can. Until he sees his corner be like, oh, yo, Willis, what is it? Steve Willis? Is it Steve Willis? He's the best ref. Mills Lane was a good ref. Ese chiquito to be breaking up heavyweights like that. Steve Willis is the best ref. If you want to see a fight, man, he enjoys the fight. He wants to see a fight. Tony Weeks, sometimes he's good, sometimes I don't like him. Sometimes he's good, sometimes I don't like him. Jack Reese, sometimes he makes me feel like he wants to be known. You know what I'm saying? I think Steve Willis is the best ref. Steve Willis is the best ref. I think Steve is his first name, but Willis, he's the best ref because he lets fight go. He lets the fight go, bro. He lets fight go. Look at the Keith Thurman versus Sean Porter. He let the motherfuckers go. He let the. Was he the referee for that fight? No. Was he the referee? I think he was the ref for that fight. Just remember, he can't pressure a small fighter like Canelo. Andre can beat Benavidez. I don't like Andre, but he has more gas than Plant. Now you're talking. Now you're talking to me. That I like. I said, ding! Okay. Josecito Lopez, and he let that rock, right, Cesar? In that 7th round, he let this guy bash Keith Thurman, and he let it go. He's like there looking at Keith. Yeah, hey, Keith, he's whooping your ass. I like that ref because the thing about Willis, he lets the fighters dictate their pace. I hate. See, Bayless, he wants to dictate the fight. I don't like Kenny Bayless. I think Floyd Mayweather gave him too much clout, and when you see that he's being used and paid by Floyd, it sends a bad message, because it seems like now when I look at Kenny Bayless reffing his past fights, now I'm thinking that he was paid off by Floyd, because the way I see their camaraderie now it's kind of like every exhibition you go, you get Kenny Bayless. So you've been feeding Kenny Bayless for a while. You know, just remember he can't pressure small. You know, I think it's a good fight. I think that'll be a good fight. Demetrius Andre is ready for that fight. Hey yo, Demetrius Andre, he wants Charlo. You saw how Charlo called out Demetrius Andre. Let me put the audio. Let me put the audio. Hold on. Let's put the audio. Let's put the audio. Hold on. Let me see. Let's put the audio.
Somebody find Boo Boo, because I'm looking for his shitty ass.
He just came to the BBC side. He just came
I
to
ain't
your
seen his
side.
ass. Since I've been here, I've been looking for him.
Ay. Let me see if I could upload this shit. Let's see if I can upload this. Hold on. Boom. Give me a second. Pera. Let's go. Let's upload this one. Boom. Let's upload that video by Jamon Charlo.
Where is Boo Boo? Somebody find Boo Boo, because I'm looking for his shitty ass.
He just came to the BBC side. He just came
I
to
ain't
your
seen his
side.
ass. Since I've been here, I've been looking for him.
He on your
It don't smell like shit around here.
Oh, Boo Boo, somebody looking for you. On Saturday, on Friday, he said this.
Demetrius Andrade, he needs to fight now.
Sure.
Like, no promoter, all that. Look, let's make it work. We can make millions here. Like, let's do it.
David.
Then after the fight,
Where is Boo Boo? Somebody find Boo Boo, because I'm looking for his shitty ass.
He just came to the BBC side. He just came
I
to
ain't
your
seen his
side.
ass. Since I've been here, I've been looking for him.
He on your
It don't smell like shit around here.
oh, somebody looking for Boo Boo. Boo Boo, somebody looking for you, my friend. Boo was like, about time he looking for me. Shit, about time he looking for me. Oh, now he looking for me when I'm not there. G said Charlo KO Benavidez, but we want Canelo to do it. Damn, Jesus, you don't like David Benavidez. If you don't like it, wow, what is going on? You don't like the hype that he's getting? You don't like the respect that he's getting, Jesus? It seems like you don't like David Benavidez. I want to see David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? You don't like David Benavidez? Jesus, good looking out with a super chat, my brother. Seem like you don't like it. Jackie said, I miss Josecito. What happened to him? I don't know. I think what didn't he lose his last fight? Did he lose his last fight? Or he just ain't look his last? He didn't look good his last fight. You know what I'm saying? Probably contemplating retirement or something like that, Jackie. I'm not sure. Ladies and gentlemen, also, man, if y'all want to get the new Punch Drum boxing gear, we got the new caps and the new caps. Y'all already know, God first, everything second, the new cap. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to cap it, y'all already know. We got the shirt, God first, everything second. Never put anything above God. Never put anything before God. You know what I'm saying? Rock it everywhere you go. You feel me? Come on, man. We got to be God-fearing out here, man. This society is going crazy. Crowley? Nah, I think Crowley was getting hit too much too. I don't know. Crowley got no, and I got Boots beating Crowley. I got Virgil whooping Crowley. I got Thurman whooping Crowley. I got Spence whooping Crowley. I got Bud whooping Crowley. I got, hey yo, you know what I want to see? You know what I think it'll be a good fight too? Even Blair Cobbs versus Crowley. Can you imagine if Rolly Romero beats Puello and becomes a 140-pound champion? Can you imagine? And did you hear what Teofimo Lopez Sr. said? He said, "Hell yeah!" I said, y'all will fight his friend. Hell yeah, we fight Rolly. Hell yeah, we don't give a damn. We don't care about friends when it comes to belts. So if Rolly wins, Teofimo Lopez is winning the fight. Rolly, come champion. That would be that. Hey yo, that would be a build up, bro. That'd be a funny build up. If Rolly beats Puello, and if T.O. beats Josh, and then he unifies the title with Rolly, hey yo, I don't give a hey yo, man, yo. Puello's my Dominican brother. I'm going for Rolly. I got no horse in the race. I'm going for Rolly. Man. He said Charlo was slurring. Nah, you know what it is? I think that people also got to understand, man. These are fighters, man. Charlo's 34 years old. Come on, he's been fighting since he was a child, since he was like 6, 7. I expect these guys to slur their words. I don't even think that he was drinking, to be honest. I don't think he was even drinking because he was sounding this. He sounds the same way, even if he goes live, even when he's doing interviews. Yo, these guys, remember, they get hurt. They've been sparring most of their lives. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these fighters got gray areas in their brain, and they still get passed. It's not that he drunk. Is Tony James Tony drunk? Is Riddick Bowe drunk? Are we going like shame them for sounding the way they sound? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're boxers. I expect them to sound like that. I expect these guys to sound like that. He said Dominicans going got Puello. Why you want Puello to lose? We need to support our Dominicans, brothers. I know. I just see the matchup. But look, I still keep it on logically and objectively. Of course, Puello is better than Rolly. Got more skills than Rolly. But I don't know. I think it would be more interesting. It would be funny. It would be, you know what I'm saying? Like, one thing about the Dominican fighters is that they don't promote themselves. Son militar ellos. Tú sabes. A lot of these Dominican fighters, they go to military school, and that's why they're so militant, so respectful, so humble, humilde. So they are, but I want to see that. You know, a lot of them is not like what's his name? Javier Fortuna. He got a little sassiness to him and stuff like that. But I think the Dominican fighters, they too quiet. They too quiet. They need, and I think this is why the Dominican fighters, they don't relate to the, they're not down with the culture and stuff like that, with the Dominican hip hop and the reggaeton, all this and stuff like that. They very so reserved. They're not. It's almost like they not within the culture, like they some bougie Dominicans and stuff like that. We need that street Dominican. We need that la calle. Jesus says, no, I want Canelo to fight him before Bivol, so we can see Bivol go undisputed and Canelo move up again. Benavidez will not pressure like Triple G did on the first. But what I'm saying is, Jesus, though, that Triple G was more of a punching bag. He was a punching bag in the third fight. And he still was landing shots. And his energy went up in the later rounds, bro. That's what I'm saying. That it's not that Canelo Alvarez. Look, you got to remember this, Jesus. Canelo Alvarez, you know and I know, started his career at the age of 15. He's been fighting men at the age of 15. If he got 50 fights, can you imagine how many camps he had, how many sparring partners? This is what we're watching right now. It's not that Canelo's skills is diminishing, it's his body is breaking down. And David Benavidez is looking stronger than ever. Triple G was there to be taken out. You know it and I know it. Triple G was out there to be taken out. And people are going to be like, well, nobody has never taken down Triple G. Triple G was there to be taken out. We seen Triple G hurt. Oh, shit. Hold on, y'all. I got to charge this thing. Give me a second, folks. Hold on. Right now, I just don't. Sabria Matias' father is Dominican. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know Matias was. ¡Ay! ¡Ay! ¿Esto es dominicano también? Ay, pues ya tú sabes lo que vamos a hacer con ese tipo ya. Ah, pero you know, I always show love to the boricuas anyway too. Ay, pues dominicano también. Come mangú. Ay, ya tú sabes, mi hermano. Look at the super chat, Jesus. I'm not so confident about Canelo Alvarez stamina. It's not about the skills, but and that's what it is, man. I think there's more upsides for David Benavidez. I do believe that Canelo Alvarez is great enough to go back to the drawing board, up his game. I think that Eddie Reynoso also have to tweak a little things. I think that Eddie Reynoso and Canelo Alvarez just are way too comfortable now. Way too much comfortable in his style. It seemed like he was way too comfortable versus Bivol. Same style. He looked like the same fighter that was fighting Triple G. I need to see a more mobile Canelo Alvarez. Why do I need to see a more mobile Canelo Alvarez? Because Canelo Alvarez is really still the smallest guy in 168. Let's not forget that he started his career at 147, 140 pound division. He worked his way back up. He's the shorter. He should be throwing more punches. Triple G shouldn't be throwing more punches than Canelo Alvarez, even though he comes from 160. But Canelo Alvarez is naturally the smaller fighter. See, Bivol, who is the bigger guy in 175, should not be throwing more punches than Canelo Alvarez, the smaller guy. That's not the way it works. You know what I'm saying? The bigger guy should have the power, but the agility and the hand speed and the output should come from the little guy. What's happening to Canelo Alvarez is not even throwing enough punches anymore while being the little guy. Canelo Alvarez is a very accurate puncher, very counter puncher. Love the way that he moves his waist. He's not using his leg like he used to. Yes, he's playing his feet with combination. And yes, he's landing it real good. But Canelo Alvarez, his mobility has gotten less. His stamina is gotten worse. His body is fading him. His skills is not. His IQ is still there. But his body is not letting him do what he needs to do to look special. Canelo Alvarez in his last two outings don't look like a world beater. He looks like an elite fighter, but doesn't look like a world beater. So let's be honest. David Benavidez performance didn't look like a world beater, and Canelo Alvarez's last two performances didn't look like a world beater. We're going by what Canelo Alvarez did 3 fights ago. You know what I'm saying? In terms of looking at Canelo Alvarez of today. So, yeah, we're going to analyze the fight with David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant now. But let's not compare what Canelo Alvarez did 3 fights ago, and we see his stamina getting worse by the Bivol fight, the fluctuation of weight going back and down, having surgery. We have to see how he's going to look. All right. And that's what I mean. I don't want you to stay in the moment. Let's not stay in the moment, guys. Let's say right now, how many rounds do you feel Canelo Alvarez should put out John Ryder? If Canelo Alvarez lasts more than 9 rounds with John Ryder, I will be like, nah, Canelo Alvarez, he's losing something. John Ryder should not go more than 9 rounds with Canelo Alvarez. Not the way that I look at and analyze Canelo Alvarez. Broadway Joel, shout out to Broadway Joel, spoke with Matias' mother, and he says his father was Dominican. Okay. All right. Damn, y lo dejó el tipo. Triple G has an iron chin. The body is where he's most vulnerable. And who's a good body puncher? Canelo Alvarez. He's still, what I'm saying is, even with Canelo Alvarez going to the body with Triple G and landing, he did not slow Triple G from coming after him. And I'm telling y'all, we got to take the good. We already know that David Benavidez got power. Now, what did he do to add to what you think that he already had? Now we're at it. He got stamina. Now he can outbox the boxer. That makes him more of a complete fighter. A complete fighter is the most dangerous fighter in boxing. It's not just the knockout artist, or it's just not this boxer. Look. Floyd Mayweather became a complete fighter. Cotto became a complete fighter. Pacquiao became a complete fighter. The greats, look, Muhammad Ali's best performance was he was knocking out dudes when he was the finesse fighter. He knocked out Sonny Liston and he knocked out George Foreman. He hurt Joe Frazier. He got hurt too. But Muhammad Ali was a complete fighter. That's why a lot of people look at Mike Tyson. Damn, he gasses out after the 8th round. Right? There's certain guys, I look at it like, wow, David Benavidez is becoming a complete fighter. And to me, that makes him more of a threat. Or y'all look at it like, well, he didn't knock out Caleb Plant, so he ain't a big threat to Canelo. See, now we're looking at it like a casual would look at it. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm saying we shouldn't look at it like that. We're the hardcore boxing fan. We should study it. Okay, what does David Benavidez, what has he put in the toolbox? We know his toolbox before Caleb Plant, but now I'm analyzing him different. The same way, look, and it goes the other way around. Before Caleb Plant fought Anthony Durrell, nobody mentioned the power of Caleb Plant. But because of his performance versus Anthony Durrell, we was like, okay, he got power. Before the Canelo Alvarez fight, Caleb Plant had the reputation of having brittle hands. His hands used to break. You know what I'm saying? Having brittle hands, didn't have power, didn't have pop. And then because what he did to Anthony Durrell, we analyze it a different way. Did we think, look at this. Did we think that Caleb Plant, even though looking good and looking powerful more than he's ever been versus Anthony Durrell, did we think that he could beat David Benavidez? I still didn't believe that he beat David Benavidez. Even with the newfound power, I didn't think he beat David Benavidez. I don't think he would do it. The same thing for me with Canelo Alvarez. But Caleb Plant, analyzing David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant now was way more interesting than analyzing David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant if Caleb Plant would have fought David Benavidez after he lost to Canelo Alvarez. It would have been a whole different analysis. It would have been a whole different type of breakdown. But the way that David Benavidez performed now I'm not looking at this just come forward fighter that's going to fight Canelo Alvarez, and Canelo Alvarez is going to break him down to the body when he throws a right hand and counter him because he squares off and stuff like that. Now I'm looking at it like, okay, David Benavidez could establish a jab. David Benavidez got his stamina up, so you can't drown him. You can't take him. See, with Canelo Alvarez, you know, sometimes we analyze fights and be like, hey, all he got to do is take him to deep waters. See, even fighters, look. I'll break it down another fight. I got to bring out other fights to give you these type of examples. I'll break down Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez. Most people thought that the only way that Teofimo Lopez beat Lomachenko is by knocking him out. He outboxed him. He outboxed the Matrix. He outboxed the technician. And what did Lomachenko and what Lomachenko fans were saying? Oh, he's going to drown him. He don't got good stamina. I mean, we haven't seen Teofimo Lopez go the 12th round like that. Look how he looked versus Nakatani. Right? Oh, and that's what I'm saying, that fans, y'all need to stop staying stuck. Don't stay stuck with the fight that just happened now. Remember, Timothy Bradley, Andre Ward said that he wasn't ready for Lomachenko. The next fight, he knocked out Richard Comey in the 2nd round. Then they said, because he knocked him out in the 2nd round with Lomachenko, he can't outbox Lomachenko. Everybody thought I was crazy. He outboxed Lomachenko. After he outboxed Lomachenko, knocked out Richard Comey, you ain't see Teofimo Lopez losing to anybody. Even got Bernard Hopkins saying that he said this is what Bernard Hopkins said after Teofimo Lopez beat Lomachenko. Nobody will ever beat Teofimo Lopez. The only man that could beat Teofimo Lopez is himself. You know why? Because he saw him as a complete fighter. A guy that can knock out a champion and a guy that can outbox the boxer and the technician and the supreme being of Lomachenko. Now let's move over. Now let's analyze it now. David Benavidez is just not a monster to knock you out, but he could also be some type of monster that has the pop, the boxer puncher. He's the boxer puncher now, not the slugger, not the guy that just throw high volume punching. I still got Canelo Alvarez because I still believe that Canelo Alvarez has the more experience, has the more tools in the toolbox, and know how to make some adjustments. But I believe that Canelo Alvarez's body is failing him. And if anybody wants to debate that and want to say I'm wrong for saying that Canelo Alvarez's body is breaking down, then y'all not watching Canelo Alvarez. But anyway, folks, man, look, man, I wanted to talk this right quick, man. Thank you for everybody. I know it's late. It's 12 a.m. Eastern time. Tomorrow, man, we're going back at the original time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. Thank you for the people who send the super chat. Thank you for the people that smash the like button, contribute to the channel in any way you can. Love y'all, man. Also, if y'all want to buy the gear, I put some new gears up. Caps for the first time. You could get you could support the channel. Punch Drunk Boxing cap, and also you could get the guy first, everything second. Let me see if I could put it up right here. I could show y'all on my phone right now, but I can't. I was gonna just upload it, but let me so y'all could see the cap. Damn, what is this? There's the cap right there. Got first, everything second. You know what I'm saying? You can get it right there on the channel below the video. What else? You can get the shirt. Got first, everything second. You know what I'm saying? You rock it everywhere you go, man, because this world is becoming highly evil. It's becoming highly evil. Get your mug, get your shirt. You know what I'm saying? We got to represent God out there, man. We got to represent God out there, man. We got to represent God. So, man, love y'all. Love y'all neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Take care of your kids. Don't leave y'all kids. Provide, protect, and love and guide. Love you. Tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. We're back at it. Que Dios te bendiga.